Some Reflections on the Lockdown from Enbourne by John King. The past year has not been easy. Indeed, it has been very difficult. We have been denied much that we took for granted and which gave us pleasure. We have been denied the company of our families, and we have been deprived of the company of our friends. Holidays have been cancelled, and our churches closed. But not all is doom. In some ways, our lives have been enriched. My religious life has in some ways blossomed. Anna, my niece, supplied me with a link to Canterbury Cathedral. Hence, every day for the past year, I have attended morning prayer in the Dean's garden. The format is a psalm, a Bible reading, and a homily. During the past year, we have read the Gospels of Mark and St. Luke, the Acts of the Apostles, the Revelation of St. John, and some epistles. The Dean has commented on each passage. Additionally, we prayed each day for the provinces of the Anglican Communion by name and meditated on the significant events of each day in history. Almost every day, whatever the weather, the Dean has been in the garden, accompanied by the birds and the vegetation, with the deanery's fowl and pigs sometimes for company. I have learnt much. I have gained much, too, from the activities of our Benefice ministry team. Their Zoom services have given me much spiritual comfort, and Patrick's sermons have always provoked much thought, as have Olivia's letters. I have been amazed at what we, a small benefice, have been able to do. I, too, have been impressed by the way our parishes have responded. In Enbourne, for example, the congregation has learnt to use the phone again. Most days we phone each other, keeping in touch and learning more every day about each other and our lives. Our friendships have grown and our lives have been enriched. In some ways, we have been drawn closer to our families. We may see each other less, but we talk more. I phone my relatives 2 or 3 times a day. Hopefully, the lockdown will end soon, but not all is gloom. We can be heartened by the efforts of those around us. I have been amazed, for example, at what Enbourne School has been able to do, and the ways in which people are helping each other always impress. Spring is almost here, the winter is almost over, and we continue to be heartened by the efforts of those around us. We still have much to be grateful for. Birding through my window. Kite flying. It would seem that our house is on the heron's flight path between the canal and the Canterbury Nature Reserve, and so we are sometimes lucky enough to spot one of these spectacular birds flying over. If one of us catches a glimpse of the wide grey wings through a window at the front of the house, the cry goes up, "It's the heron!" and we dash to the windows at the back in the hope of seeing it land. On occasions, however, we are mistaken, and someone will say, "Oh no, it's just a kite." Just a kite. Just a kite. Kites are now such a familiar sight around here, and I expect above other villages in the Benefice, that it is worth remembering that not so very long ago, seeing a kite flying above these villages would have occasioned a letter to the Newbury Weekly News. But since these spectacular birds were reintroduced to the Chilterns in the late 1980s, they have spread their wings and become a familiar addition to our birdscape. It's ironic, then, that whilst these beautiful raptors are now quite a common sight, birds such as sparrows and even blackbirds are on the decline. I see far, far fewer sparrows in my garden than I would have expected only a few years ago. Is this something others have noticed across the Benefice? Are blackbirds less populous in other villages? It would be interesting to know. Tessa Locke. Like many of us in the Benefice, Tessa is having to shield, and bird watching is one of the rewarding activities in which we can participate. The diocese is encouraging us to engage with God's creation. We are recommended to read Seeing Differently, Franciscans and Creation. Lady Day. Lady Day is the traditional name for the Feast of the Annunciation, which is celebrated on the 25th of March. Lady Day was New Year's Day until as recently as 1752, when the 1st of January was adopted. However, the British tax year still starts on Old Lady Day, 6th of April. The 6th of April, under the calendar introduced in 1582, corresponded to the 25th of March under the previously used Julian calendar. It is also one of the English quarter days, the 4 dates in each year on which servants were hired, school terms started, and rents were due. They fell on 4 religious festivals, roughly 3 months apart, and close to the 2 solstices and 2 equinoxes. The significance is now limited, although rents for properties in England are often still due on the Old English quarter days. The Mothers' Union always held celebrations on Lady Day, in this area often with a festival in Hungerford. Hopefully, next year the Benefice will be able to celebrate together once again, as in previous years in Inkpen. Pilgrimage. One of the diocesan buzzwords during the last year has been pilgrimage. There was a festival of pilgrimage in September, part of a nationwide focus, and there is an online 2021 Festival of Christian Pilgrimage on Monday the 22nd of March 2021. One of the speakers is the Reverend Dr. Sally Welch, previously priest in charge in Kintbury. Details can be found at https://pilgrimage.himsam.co.uk/2021-festival/. About 18 months ago, we devised a pilgrimage route through the Benefice, visiting each of our Benefice churches. We did send copies to all the churches, hoping that if visitors came to one, then they would see a copy and visit the others. Hopefully, when we can move around again, we might have attracted some visitors and pilgrims. The leaflet is now on a church near you, on every parish front page, and at https://church.nearyou.com/church/58530/page/69240/view/. Services. Zoomed services through March, emerging cautiously from lockdown for Palm Sunday and Holy Week. That is the plan, unless authority decides differently. End thought. Quietness and stillness are necessary for all growth in nature. Sunday Children's Annual, 1885. If you have any items you would like to be included in the beacon, please email phil@pji@crestednewtcomputing.co.uk.